nampak. Boleh juga.
Okey, sila kita boleh mula.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning and welcome to Aeon Company to Annual General Meeting 2011. I am the presenter, Chairman Hari Binti Mazuki, and with my friends, Shina Akhtar binti Kasim. So today is a great day for all shareholders to know about our organization, and in the 30 minutes we will give some highlight in our organization, what we will do, what we will organize, what we gain from the revenue and profit. So let's move on. So this our corporate profile. Aeon Company Berhad, formerly known as Jaya Jusko Stores Berhad, is a leading retailer in Malaysia. The company was incorporated on 15 September 1984, and the company also set up in response to the Malaysian government's invitation to Aeon Japan to help modernize in the retailing industry in Malaysia. Aeon Group of Company is an integrated Japanese retailer and is active not only in Japan but also in Southeast Asia, China and North America. Aeon stores are mostly situated in suburban residential areas, catering to the vast middle income group for the satisfaction of the customer. So, corporate philosophy. Aeon's activities are guided by the unchanging customer first philosophy. The company also mindful of the three keywords which make up the essence and character of the retail industry and must be considered in any development. They are peace, people and community. Under these principles, we are determined to achieve global management standard while being the best serving retailer in the local community. The strategy. There are two key components underlying this strategy are accelerating shopping center development and aggressive pursuit of our general merchandise store GMS stores. Our goal is to operate as international scale retailing group, recognized for excellence not only in Japan but also in other nations. We hope to be competitive of the global level in intangible aspects such as customer satisfaction and corporate citizenship. So this is the board of director. The first one is Dr. Abdul bin Muhammad Yusof, which was appointed as the non-independent non-executive chairman of Aeon Company. The second one is Mr. Nagahisa Oyama, the non-independent non-executive vice chairman. The third, Ms. Nur Kamalina Chiu binti Abdullah, the executive director of Aeon Company. The fourth is Mr. Poh Ying Lu, executive director of Aeon. 5, Mr. Mitsuru Nakata, executive director. Datuk Ramli bin Ibrahim, non-executive director. 7, Brigadier General Datuk Muhammad Idris bin Soman. 8, Datuk Chiu Kong Seng. 9, Datuk Zawawi bin Mahmudin. And 10, Mr. Nafi Hayashi. So I pass to my next presenter.
Okay, and then we go to history of the Aeon. So here the JASCO name is acronym to the Japan United Store Company, the short form to JASCO. So it was adopted in 1970 by a company originally founded as a kimono silk trader in 1758. Okay. So and then the JASCO was constituted by Mie Prefecture, Kyoto, Hyogo in Japan. So they was founded to open the JASCO. And then in 1989, the Jasco name were renamed to Aeon. It operates stores throughout Japan under Jasco. The name Aeon is derived for the Latin word which means eternity. And then after from the Jasco opened at Japan, and then we ventured to Malaysia in 1984. Jaya Jasco Stores Berhad was established in Malaysia. It's response to our Prime Minister, our fourth Prime Minister, that Datuk Sri Dr. Mahathir request to help modernize tea retail industry in Malaysia using the world's most advanced management expertise. So according that, in 1983, Dr. Mahathir visited to Tokyo and met the Jasco president, Mr. Takuya Okada, to discuss the proposition of bringing the Jasco name to Malaysia. Okay. So here, Jaya Jasco aim to grow with the people of Malaysia, okay, through the transfer of expertise from Japan to Malaysia and human resource development to two factors that is one expertise, and the second is human resource development. And then next, so first Jasco opened in June 1985. So the first pilot store it's named Jaya Jasco before this at Daya Bumi, and then it's already closed in June 1985. Before it is open. This is the first store, and then this is the story. Okay. Okay. So short now. Okay. So. And then in December 1985, the second pilot store, the Jasco at Taman Tun Dr. Ismail opened. It's also already closed in June 1995. And then we opened at 1991, Jasco Melaka. 1992 also Melaka, so I have two stores. And then 1995, Taman Tun Dr. Ismail and Bukit Raja. For 1999, this is we already know the center. One of Mid Valley is Jaya Jasco, the big Jaya Jasco. So, and then in December 1996, Jaya Jasco listed in the main board of the Kuala Lumpur Stock Exchange. GBKL. No, SKL. BSKL. Sorry. Thank you to our shareholder. Okay, and then so this is the latest to open in 2000. Okay, this is 2011. Okay. In Ipoh Station, 18 Perak. At Perak, and then at Anggun Rawang and Bandar Bukit Tinggi Klang. This is Bandar Bukit Tinggi Klang is also the largest one. So this is all the Aeon store at Central. Okay, we have 18 stores at Selangor and the Kuala Lumpur. And next, Northern, we have 4 according to Perak, Pulau and Pulau Pinang. And the Southern, we have 7 stores, Seremban, Melaka and Johor. So, and then the new one is we rebrand and give a new tagline to our Aeon. And then Aeon under the new brand name Aeon, and the new tagline Aeon Enriching Your Lifestyle. This press launched on 8 March 2012. The company announced that it's moving in line with Aeon Group of Japan direction for globalization by taking on the global name Aeon for all its store and shopping center. So this is a perfect opportunity for the company to further strengthen its position in market as a retail. And this is we believe that it is in terms to our economy. Okay. So okay, we're going to financial statement.
So the financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2011. 27 years ago, Jasco was opened as a retail industry to residential areas. But today, on 2011, our company is become more stylish and advanced as a leading retailer in Malaysia. As we can see here on the chart, our revenue is increasing by year and year. For the financial year ended 31st December, the company posted a strong revenue of 2.984 million ringgit, which is 3.1% higher compared to last year. So the company income, on 2011, our revenue is increasing from the 2.8 million, and then cost of sale also increasing from 2.0 to 2.1, and gross of profit also increased from 8,305 to 8,900, and then operating cost also increasing. Profit after tax also increasing from 1,650 to 1,095 million. And then the net income also increasing, and earning per share also increasing from 47 to 55.7.
Okay, I'll continue to leverage ratio. In 2010, our debt ratio, total liabilities divide to total asset, so the amount is 4.95%. And then in 2011, 4.72%. So we managed to reduce the debt by 4.6%. So this is showing the confidence that our ability to cover the obligation, long-term obligation. And then liquidity ratio. Liquidity ratio this is 0.674 times. Okay. And 2011, 0.676 times. So this is show that our ability to pay short-term debt. So the company has enough the liquid to cover the current obligation. And then the profitability ratio, that is return of asset. So in 2010, our ROE 7.38%. In 2011, we get 8.35%. So we also managed to increase the overall profitability. So, okay, going to conclusion. Aeon achieved the total revenue for this year, 2011, okay, 2.985 billion, which represent a growth of 3.1% over the previous year. And then, so by analyze the current performance using financial analysis, the decreasing in leverage and liquidity ratio showing that the company have the ability to cover their our obligation with sufficient cash. Okay. And then so the profit margin also increased by 1.55% compared to previous financial is 9.8%, and then to 9.53% during this year.
Okay, although malls are being able to provide customer with more choice, Aeon remains positive on its prospect and believe that consumer sentiments will also remain positive. So for all the shareholders, you are clever enough to not sell your stock. Thank you.
Shareholder question? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What the main factor or objective that the Aeon rebranding the brand? As we know, the Aeon have been long time at Malaysia. Why they rebranding the brand? The main factor, is it can increase the cost or can increase the revenue, or what the benefit to shareholder?
Okay, I know before this, all of us were known Jaya Jasco as a big name already. Okay,
But the company believe in the new brand because Aeon is originated from Japan.
Yeah.
So if we change to the Aeon company, so the tagline will give the position to this Jaya Jasco to be the leading retailer in Malaysia, because Aeon company is originated from Japan and well known to the Southeast Asia and also in China.
So in Japan already rebrand the name to Aeon since 8 March in 2012. So we follow the.
That means at Malaysia the branding the
It's all over. It's all over the world.
All over the world.
Yeah.
all over the world.
Except in China, still using the Jaya Jasco. Why? Because
It's difficult to pronounce Aeons in China. Aeon. Lagi ke shareholder?
Do you have any plan to open another outlet?
yeah. Okay. In our bank, in 2012, last is 2012, okay. I think we open
We will
Manjung
open
Perak.
Manjung Perak and also
branch. Yes, Sri Manjun Perak. Sri Manjun Perak. Okay. And then we have also had plan in Sungai Petani, Bukit Bertajam, and Kulai. This is our long-term plan. But for this 2012, in Perak.
Okay. If we look at the statement of financial position of the company, the current asset, the total current asset is 763 million, but the current liability is 1.128 billion. So this basically make Jaya Jusco, or rather Aeon, technically insolvent because their current liabilities are higher than the current asset. Is this of no concern to the company, to the management? Statement of financial position. Any shareholders want to offer an explanation?
Shareholders.
Okay, tak apa, you note down the question dulu. You will find the answer. Another question, actually related to that also, if you see the payables and accrual stand at 1.108 billion, and this is basically amount that Aeon owe their suppliers. Yeah, so they owe their suppliers 1.1 billion. And if we relate that to revenue, actually we get a credit period of about 135 days. What it means is that basically Aeon will only pay their creditors after 4 months, 4.5 months actually, nearly 5 months. Right? Is this not exploiting our supplier? Because it takes 4.5 months to pay. be thinking of paying the supplier sooner than 5 months, because suppliers is our jewel. I mean, if they don't supply a product to us, we cannot sell. But now we are exploiting them and pay them almost 4.5 months when they supply goods. This is exploiting the supplier. So in the long term, this is not good, because then Aeon will, supplier will not like to do business with us in the long term. Okay, tak apa. You want to keep the question? Tak apa. Next question. If you look at the profit margin, actually the profit margin of the company is almost 40%. The profit margin, the gross profit margin is almost 40%. I do not know how you arrive at your 2.1 billion cost of sale though. But actually the cost of sale is simply net purchases minus the changes in inventory. So actually the gross profit is much higher than that. And so the gross profit margin is almost 40%. Same apply into 010. Question is, as a retail outlet, do you think it is right to impose a 40% profit margin on the product? Even manufacturers are only making 30%, and we are making 40%. I mean, of course, it's good for us in terms of profit, but in the long term, number one, is it ethical to charge too high a price to our customer? Number two, in the long run, this strategy is not sustainable, because customer will run to other departmental store that impose lower profit margin, for example. So what is the thought of the management on this?
Because of the our constant the store.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a
Short-term strategy.
huh? Yeah. We open the many of store to what satisfaction of our customer, that our demand of the customer that's growing fast.
Then maybe from that gross of profit we increase to higher, it's about 40%. But we also from the increasing the gross of profit, we also manage to pay the supplier. Is that okay?
Okay. You have to find an excuse why you are charging customer too high profit, basically. Okay, next question is on overhead of the company. Overhead of the company actually has grown quite drastically. In the year 2001, it was 104 million. But in the year 2011, it has gone up to over 600 million. Yeah, 600 over million. So overhead has gone up 6 times, but actually total revenue has only gone up 3 times. From 900 million in 2001 now is 2.9 billion in 2011. So this disproportionate increase in overhead compared to the revenue, how do the management explain this?
As we said earlier, the growth of this business is because from new store expansions and also new shopping center to be opened. So that is the reason why the overhead is higher.
And then we also do a lot of activity, including the charity, and then also as a sponsor to sponsor of the organization. Because of the effect of the opening in Rawang, the Rawang store is more big, affect a bit higher to our profit.
Okay. Final question. Cash flow statement. Even though the company is generating nearly 200 million profit, but the net increase in cash flow is only 10 million. So basically what it means is that the company was only able to generate 10 million cash in a year, despite making profit of nearly 200 million. Is this of no concern to the management? If you look at the cash flow statement of cash flow, the net increase in cash and cash equivalent is 10.144 million at the bottom there. But the statement of comprehensive income showed that your profit is 195 million. So cash only increased by 10 million, but profit increased by 195 million. So where have all the cash gone? Yeah, where's all the profit gone?
Actually, the company is making profit from the insurance claims from the previous year accident at one of our branch at Malacca. So the profit come out from the insurance claim is quite high, and then that will make the that means that the profit is coming from the revenue that they are generated from the operations.
Where is that stated?
In the private earlier.
Okay.
It is from the director's report statement. Okay, right.
Because of the damage of one of our
Yeah.
store. So before from that we claim to insurance for 40.1 million.
40.1 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
40.1 million.
This part is at Malacca, right?
Okay, that's a good answer. But not enough. Not enough. Because there's only 45 million, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, the answer is on the statement of cash flow itself. If you read carefully. Anyway, any other shareholders want to question? Yes. Yeah. Question.
Directors, men. Okay. Despite of the growth that is recorded for the last year, there were actually 5 outlets that were underperformed. 3 were Mid Valley, Queens Bay, and Taman Equil, where do I live. Their growth is actually flat, and the other 2 is at Jasco Bandar Utama and also Jasco Melaka, which were underperformed. So what are you going to do about it?
Okay. We are as we got to okay for the question, we will improve from the merchandising and also human resource, and then we upgrade also in the technology, and then okay, the greatest sales for so and then to further strengthen its position,
We might also give promotion to use.
okay. We optimize process of efficiency in the area of the retail operators. Okay. As okay. My say merchandising, okay, and human resources, and then okay, and then information technology upgrade, and then sales of productivity, and so we get the better operational and manpower of our management. Can you say? You see my point? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, basically for the Mid-Valley, Queensway and Taman Equine, the main reason was due to the competitors, right? Because at the Taman Equine, for example, we've got Giant there, and there will be soon an opening of the new like store or supermarkets there. So because of the profit margin is quite high, so that's related to the previous question where you might want to review the profit margin in order to be more competitive in maybe in those three areas. Yeah, because in general we can see that the price of, for example, the groceries in the Jasco is a little bit higher compared to the other competitors. So that is the one of the main reasons that shun away our customers. And for the Jasco Bandar Utama and Jasco Melaka, they were underperformed basically because of the renovation. So if we can expedite the renovation work and resume the normal operation, so I guess these two outlets can be performed on track. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions from the elder?
Okay, it's just a simple question actually. As we know, revenue is increase. What the main factor contribute that increasing the revenue? And we just want to know what's your next strategy for the next year. That's all. Yeah, to increase the revenue. What's your strategy for the next year?
Okay, thank you for the question. Our revenue is increasing because due to the higher occupancy rates and also tenant revamp and the higher rental store, because we have many new we have stores around Malaysia, so we are getting a lot of demand in rental to operate their business. So the contribution from the revenue is come from Aeon Bandar Melaka and Aeon Mahkota Ceras, which is Rashid say is due to the renovation. So for the next strategy, we have said earlier, we will open to other new shopping centres in Sungai Petani, Tajam and Pulau.
And we encourage to our competitors from outside to join to our one room as a retail. support the customer needs.
Any more question? Yes.
Just a quick question. Okay. I'm a new shareholder for just about 1 month. Actually, we know about Aeon company, Malaysia Sdn Bhd. We know about the hypermarket. And actually, when we just take a look about the mine, I am a new shareholder. When I take a look in line Bursa Malaysia, and take a look about first Aeon company, Malaysia Sdn Bhd, and other I can see Aeon service, credit service Sdn Bhd. Okay, about the corporate director of management also, is the same chairman or ada different chairman? We can know about the chairman is Yang Ahmad Muhammad, Datuk Abdul bin Yusuf. That's all. Is the same or another thing also? That's all.
Okay. The credit one is our alternative. Okay. This is Aeon company, and then we open to.
Okay, this is Aeon company, so we have another subsidiary, and which is Aeon Credit Merhad.
So, and then the company is different. Okay, they have their own management, but the chairman is the same. Still the same. Because still from one company that.
Is it a subsidiary? Is it a subsidiary? But in your financial statement, there is no consolidated account. It is as if it is one account, one company.
I think because this company is just for selling the goods and products and service, products and goods, and the company of Aeon Credit just for service.
For the same credit, for the credit service to.
I think it is an associate company, not subsidiary. You will take note 5 of the financial statement. Look at the statement of financial position. Under note 5, they mention about investment in associate companies.
Investment in associates.
Kalau siapa boleh buka internet, buka Bursa Malaysia, then you will see Aeon Credit Services as another listed company.
Yes.
And Aeon Credit Services is whether that's down to me. This is
Apa tu? Listed trust.
the company has been in operation or has been listed since 2008. What is the relationship between Aeon Credit and Aeon?
Okay, Syada. Sorry. Okay. Okay. You want to know that Aeon Credit is under one what I say? Okay. It's combined with Aeon or not?
Yes, combined. You know about the first Aeon company Malaysia Singapore is more about retail and supermarket, right? And then Aeon service, credit service is another part about the emphasis about the chairman, Dr. Abdul.
Yes.
Is the same about the relationship or other conclusion about this output data?
It is still the same. Still the same of I can see the director is still the same, but the management will separate to two companies that are for Aeon company is focused on the retail only, and then the credit service is only for the customer to get a credit card. Okay, credit card service. So it's not the same management, but still the same. Yes, separate. It's separate too.
Okay. Actually, it is a separate company, common board, and it is an associate of Aeon company because Aeon Berhad is a minority shareholders in Aeon Credit Services. Okay, right. Any more question? Last word from the directors.
Okay.
Oh, your question, sorry.
Just for your own opinion, since you said that China there is no Aeon, in your opinion, in your suggestion also, how would you introduce Aeon to China for a first step?
There is a Jasco in China. Cuma dia tak panggil Aeon je.
Okay. So our shadow one, the our big director. Okay, already answer that in China we use the Jasco. Maybe okay. Maybe the China is hard to pronounce Aeon. So it's easy to just
Okay, conclude.
So thank you for all shareholders, and then for all the questions. You can see me after this. So inshallah, I can get you the answer.
So thank you for all our shareholders. Okay. And thank you for the participation.
We gon' celebrate and